guys, Robert Eierweis from O'Brien Real Estate Provider, checking again with the 41st edition of the Bayside Property News for 2021, where real estate information is on the house. The Reserve Bank meeting on Melbourne Cup Day in 2020 saw interest rates cut to an all-time low. This year we won't see a rate cut and nor will we see such a booming market as a consequence. However, it still should be good. As we do at the start of each month, we report the data that CoreLogically released for October. Nationally, we saw another 1.49% increase in October, similar to what we saw in September and August, although 0.1% not as good. Regional Victoria is leading the way with its growth with an overall increase of 1.7% for all dwellings, taking the annual growth to 23.4% Metro Melbourne. Across the country, still holding up the rear, along equal with Perth against of all capital cities, within an overall 1% increase, with a 16.4% change in the last 12 months. Amazingly, Hobart has expected 33.8% growth in overall prices, followed by Canberra with 30.1% and Sydney in third place with a 28.2% growth. Looking at the next slide on rental performance, you'll see that for property investors, Melbourne rent market growth hasn't been great for all. Rents in Melbourne have only modestly increased 4.5% in a booming market, whereas the rest of the country have had at least double the return. Darwin is sitting on top with a 19.5% increase in rents for houses, Hobart at 13.8%, Perth at 13.1%, Brisbane at 11.4%, Sydney 9.9%, Canberra at 9.7% and Adelaide at 9.2%. The situation is even worse for units, although there has been a remarkable turnaround from the 16% drop in rents over 2020. Rents for units in Melbourne are only at 0.2% growth for the year, with the rest of the country at a lot better off, with Sydney at 5.8% being the lowest and Darwin at 18.5%. The good news is, since the end of the rental eviction in March 2021, we have seen growth in rents paid returning, and we believe the catch-up will happen for Melbourne and regional Victoria well into 2022. We also expect investor demand across the unit sector to be increased as overseas borders open, which is likely to have a positive impact on rental demand. Rental providers in Victoria are also improving their properties in accordance with the new minimum standards handed down in May this year, with the Residential Tenancy Act was updated. There is a 2-year grace period for existing properties to be brought up to speed with the changes, but we're finding many owners are acting now and getting ahead of the curve. The main edits this week have been many lending indicators that the economy is opening back up, with release in the coming days, weeks and months. Manufacturing was released last week, hitting a 4-month high. Car sales and building approvals will be released during this week. Building approvals are currently sitting at a 36-month high, with car sales at a 25-month high. We'll also see the trade figures released, and we'll expect to see an increase of the record of 1.9 billion from August. That's all for the week. I'm Robert Eierweis. So remember, information provided is on a general nature. You should always seek independent, legal and financial advice in your unique circumstances. Looking forward to seeing you at one of our open for inspections this Saturday, or at our auction at 13 Telford Street in Hyde, auctioning at 12:30. I'm Robert Eierweis. Bye for now.